Hello and welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, hi, my name is Mary, and in today's video I'll be showing you how I made this little Santa boot. And for this project you are going to need a plastic bottle of your choice, or you can use a water bottle, a vitamin water, not a regular water bottle. That's a little bit soft to work with, but you can use a vitamin water bottle like this, or whichever one you have on hand, or you can use a bottle like this. You're going to need glue, and I am using my Podge. You're going to need cardboard, scissors, and a paintbrush. You are going to need strips of toilet paper, paper towel, whatever you have on hand. You are going to need a glue gun, glue stick. You're going to need felt in the colors of green, red, black, and green. And you're going to need a skinny stick or a coffee stirrer stick, whichever you call it. Gold paint. And this is ribbon or yarn that I bought at Walmart. So yeah, and you can use whatever you want, because all we're going to do is cover the bottom of this. And you can use whatever you have on hand. This is what I have, so this is what I'm going to use. So first of all, what we're going to do is you're going to take your plastic bottle. As you see, I marked it here, and you're just going to cut it. And I'm not gonna cut all the way through. I'm just gonna kind of show you. You're just gonna cut it just like this, and you're gonna cut it all the way around. And I just go ahead and just pull that off, and then you're gonna cut it like this, and then you're gonna go ahead and cut this middle part, this part off, and then you're gonna keep the top. And what I did when I cut it off, I keep this one for another project. And once you get those two cut, you're going to end up with something like this. Just like this. Then you're going to take your cardboard, and you're going to set that on your cardboard. And you're going to take your pencil, and you're just going to trace around the two. And when you trace around the two, you're going to go ahead and cut it out. And you will end up with this. This is what you're going to end up with. And then you're going to take those two like this, and you're going to glue them down. We're going to go ahead and do that. So we're just going to grab our hot glue, and we're just going to go ahead and glue those into place. And if you have some hanging over, which you most likely will, all you're going to do is just cut off the excess. So we're going to stick that down off on there just like this. And we're going to go ahead and do the other piece. I do not like those strings from the glue. So what you're seeing me do now, we're just going to go ahead and stick this down off into place. Just like this. Give it a second. It does not take hot glue long to dry. You all know that. And this is what you're going to end up with. This is going to make the boot. I know it don't look like much yet, but it will. And then what you're going to do is you're going to have a little space like this right up in here. Just going to take your hot glue gun, and you're just going to stick a little there. And we're just going to hold this just like this for a minute. So we're just going to put a little bit of pressure on it and let that dry. And then you're going to end up with something like this. And now, like I said, just take your scissors and just cut away the excess paper or cardboard. So what you see me doing now, I'm just cutting away all the extra cardboard, because you really don't need all that extra. And I traced it like that so that I could have a little bit of an overhang, because it's best to have too much and not enough. And then I'm just going to add a little more glue because it didn't get quite right there in that little spot. Put a little bit of pressure. And this is what you're going to end up with. I'm just going to cut that little bit off right there. There we go. Okay. So once you get that into place, you are going to take your toilet paper, paper towel, or whatever you have on hand. You're going to take your brush and your glue. So let's just go ahead, put a little bit of glue in here. And let's stick this here because I'm right-handed. So we're going to stick that there. And what we're going to do now, let's stick this here, is we're going to take our brush, we're going to dip it in our paint, and just going to put a little bit on, just like this. It's like you see me doing here. Let's set this to the side. And then you're going to go ahead with your paper, and you're just going to stick it on, and you're just going to go ahead and just put it on in random places, because doesn't matter where you start, because when it's all done, the whole thing is going to be covered anyway. So basically what you see me do is just picking through and pulling off some paper. Just like this. We're going to go ahead, stick a little bit up here so y'all can see this. Stick it there. Just like this. Turn it around. And you're going to continue to layer this paper on and you can put as many layers as you want. I think for me, I did 3 layers because I like the way it looked. So yeah, just like that. And I'm not going to do this whole thing because it took me about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours to do just one, because you got to let it dry in between coats. So that's what we're doing. Okay, so now you got a general idea of what you need to do. And like I said, you're going to do this all the way around, and I'll do a little more back here. So just put it on just like this. And we're just going to grab one and stick it there. And then you're just going to brush it down. And you're going to do this all over until you put as many layers as you want. And when you put, smooth this, when you put on the layers that you want, you're going to let this dry completely. And once it dries, then you want to spray paint it. And this is the brand of spray paint I used. And I got it at Walmart. I think I paid $2 for it. So we're going to set that to the side. So once it dries completely, you're going to end up with something like this. And I used this red paint right here and sprayed it. So now that we got it all sprayed, what we're going to do next is we're going to take our white ribbon or yarn or whatever you got on hand and you want to use, you can go for it. So next we're just going to put some hot glue right through here, just like this. And then we're just going to go ahead, turn this on the side and stick this on. And this is what you're going to have. And I'm going to go ahead and glue this on. Grab another glue stick. Stick that in. And we're just going to go ahead. I'm just going to go ahead and go all the way around like I said, you don't have to use yarn. You can use whatever you have on hand. This is what I have. I tried using fake snow, but every time I touched it or moved it, the snow would fall off. So yeah, that was kind of pointless for me. Not saying that it wouldn't be for you, but it just didn't work for me. And we're almost done with doing in the back. Then we're just going to put a little here to overlap it just a little bit, just like that. And then you're going to take your scissors and you're going to cut off that little bit. Add a little more glue to stick that down where it needs to be. And this is what we have. And now we're going to go ahead and do that very same thing right across the top. So I'm just going to start here. And we're just going to go ahead, stick that right across the top just like this. All the way around. Continue. And we're just going to put a little more right there. Just like this. And we are going to cut this excess off. And this is what we have so far. Next, I'm going to add just a little more glue right there. Alrighty. So this is what we have. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to take our black felt, and what I did was I cut a long strip out of my black, just like you see here. And then I took my little coffee stirrer stick and I made a frame and I spray painted it. Or I painted it with gold paint. And then we're just going to go ahead and put this here. And I'm just going to stretch it out just a little bit. And I need to turn this around so I can see if I'm going to have any. Nope. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put a little bit of glue where you want your ribbon to be. I want mine right across here, just like this. And this is what it looks like. And you want to continue to go all the way around with it. Just like this. Then we're just going to put a little more. Just like that. And we're just going to overlap it. And this is what we have. So your gold part, your little gold frame, we're just going to stick that right here. So what I'm going to do is I am putting some hot glue right across the frame, just like this. And we're going to take that and we're going to stick that here, just like that. And if you get glue strings, just pull them off like I always do. Okay. Next, what we are going to do is we are going to do the bow. So basically what I did is I took a couple pieces of ribbon or yarn. Make sure you get equal size. cut that right there, just like that. And then I just basically made a loop just like this. And I put a little bit of hot glue right here, just like that. And I stuck it on there. So once again, I just folded it like this and made a loop. And I'm just going to stick the hot glue down off on there, and I'm going to push it and hold it just like this. And there's your bows. Now I need to turn this so I can see. And I think let me see here. Yeah, that's fine. So basically what we're going to do, I'm going to turn this around, and this is going to be the little shoe, the little bows for when you tie your shoe. But I'm going to cut a little bit of that off because it's actually a little too long for me. So I'm just going to cut a little off of both of them, and then I'm just going to proceed with the process. I showed you. So we just going to go ahead and put a little more glue there, and we're just going to combine the two sides, the two ends, I mean, just like this. And then we're going to do the other one the exact same way. Got to grab another glue stick and just stick that down off on there, just like that, and stick that there. And there's your bows. And then we're just going to go ahead, and I need to turn this so I can see it. And we're just going to go ahead and stick these into place. And we're going to do the other side the exact same way. Just like this. And I'll turn it so y'all can see it. And I got a little bit of a spot right there. So like this is what we have so far. So next we're just going to take a little hot glue, stick that just like this, and we're going to do the other side the same way. Just like that. Next, we're going to take that same ribbon, and I'm just going to cut a little piece, just like that. And I am going to trim a little bit off. So basically what we're going to do is just cut a little bit of that off, just a little bit of the fluff. And we're just going to stick that right here. And if you want to cut a little bit off, you can. I'm just going to cut a little. And I'm just going to take my hot glue, and I'm just going to go down. I'm going to stick a little bit right there. And I am just going to pull this piece off, and then we're just going to go down the middle. Just like that. And we're going to stick that right there. So this is what we have so far. The only thing left for us to do now is to add the little holly. So what I did was I took some felt and I folded it in half. And I just took my scissors and I just made like a little loop. Like almost like an oval. Like you see me doing here. And then I opened it up, and this is what you're going to end up with. And I cut those two, and I bent it over like this. And then I took a little hot glue, and secured it into place like that. And when I did that, this is what you end up with. Just like this. And I took a red piece of pipe cleaner and I stuck it down off in the middle, just like that. And then I turned it and I put a little bit of hot glue. And then I stuck this right here. And this is what you end up with. And here is your little Santa boot. So, didn't take long. That's because I did a little bit of a shortcut, because like I said, if I would have did the entire thing from start to finish, it would have took me about 2 hours. So, yeah, this is what you end up with. This is the one that we just made right here on camera. So if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you make it, please tag me in it so I can see how it came out. And like I said, keep in mind, you can use whatever materials you have on hand. It does not have to be a pop bottle. It could be a water bottle, a sturdy water bottle. So once again, thank you for watching this video. And if there's anything else that you want to see me make, leave it in the description box below. And all the items that we used today, I will, sorry about that, leave it in the comment box below. And all the items that we used today to make this project, I will put all that in the description box. So with that being said, I hope y'all have a nice day, and bye.